The Clear Fork Lady Colts are experiencing its best start in some time, led by phenomenal senior center Becca Conrad. They look to move to 5-1 as they host 2-2 Hillsdale. We got it live and free to your TV, laptop, cellular device, or whatever smart device you own, and it's coming your way next.
Here we go now. Here we go now. Here we go now.
Ha 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 ha. Merry Christmas.
It's the most wonderful time of the year, when you've got your lays that don't last many days, 'cause the whole family's here. Oh, wow. It's the most wonderful time of the year. It's the happiest season of all. The tree's at an angle, the lights are all tangled. Doritos, good call! It's the happiest season of all. There'll be smart food for munching, some ruffles for crunching, and snowball fights out in the snow.
Crying.
Run. Family portraits are cheesy with Cheetos, it's easy. White shirts were a bad idea though. It's the most wonderful time of the year. Grab the queso and salsa. Don't double dip, you monster! Pass the Tostitos here. It's the most wonderful time of the year. There'll be gifts for returning and recipes burning and snacks all laid out in a row. We'll smile through the season, hold tight to the reasons the holidays make our hearts glow. It's the most wonderful time, yes, the most wonderful time, oh, the most wonderful time of the year. Happy holidays! Happy holidays!
Welcome to Richland County's first artificial intelligence ATM. If you car dance to the song you're listening to now, I will give you $50. See, that's something an ATM can never do.
Oh my gosh, are you serious?
Oh, we're serious.
Gosh, that's awesome. Thank you.
Thank you. We hope your day is a little bit better today.
Yes, thank you.
We welcome you inside Les Howenstein Gymnasium on the campus of Clear Fork High School for tonight's girls non-conference clash between the 4-1 Lady Colts of Clear Fork and the 2-2 Hillsdale Lady Falcons. Welcome inside the Simonson Construction pregame. My name is Travis Berardi alongside the great Brian Skoronsky. And Brian, Clear Fork having one of its best starts in some time, and that's thanks to the play of one Becca Conrad.
I mean, sometimes, depending on the matchup, she looks like a giant out there. You just don't get too many 6'3" girls that are as athletic and as large as she is, just overall as a human being. And she's been able to dominate a lot in the paint. I've seen her shoot 45% when she's had her opportunities, a couple of blocks per game, and averaging close to 10 boards per contest. So I think that's what you call domination in the lane, Travis.
Yes, she is first team All-MOAC last year and third team All-District. As we pause now for our national anthem. Now that we've honored America, back to the Simonson Construction pregame as we take a look at the Clear Fork Lady Colts. 4-1 this year, 1-1 in the MOAC. They had a tough loss at River Valley. They were in it until the end, but River Valley able to pull off the victory. They lead the MOAC in steals, almost 17 steals per game, Brian.
If you can turn over your opponent that many times, it's going to mean offense at the other end. This is a team that likes to run. They get up and down the floor. They're a fantastic transition team, as you are about to hear from their head coach, Scott Sellers. Coach Sellers joining me now, and your girls off to a nice start, 4 wins in your first 5 outings. What do you think you've seen from them that have allowed them to get off to a nice start?
Well, thanks for coming out tonight, for one. We had a good offseason, Brian. We spent a lot of time together from May through July. I think certainly that helped. A full year of our system and the girls buying in defensively, that's probably the biggest thing for us, right? We have a lot of 3-sport athletes that have decided to give up some of that extra time to put it into hoops. And, I think it's starting to show for us. They're playing extremely hard. We have some tough games, some real tough games coming up in our next 7 to 8 games. So, I think we're really excited with where we're at.
You also been a fast starting team this year. The first quarter, your highest, best output so far in the season. Have you been able to get some leads and then maintain them? And do you think that's been a key to your recipe?
Yeah, I think it has. Certainly we like to push the pace. We like to play aggressive defense. We like to try to push the ball, as fast as we can and let our athletes be athletes. And, I think as the season goes on and teams start to settle down, I think that you'll see that pull back a little bit. We'll certainly try to keep pressing it as hard as we can. But, yeah, again, we've been fortunate to get off to pretty good leads to start, and, we've been able to hold on to most of those.
All right, we'll see if we can do it again tonight, Coach. Thank you.
All right, thank you. Thanks, guys.
So there was head coach Scott Sellers. Defense, the name of the game for their early 4-1 start. And let's quickly take a look now at the team spotlight for the Hillsdale Lady Falcons. 2-2. They had 2 non-conference victories, a buzzer beater against Lucas and a win over Plymouth. But, they're in that tough WCAL. Can't get much wins the last couple of years for them.
It's tough sledding out there, of course, in that WCAL where the Lady Falcons, I saw over the last 2 years, they got 3 W's in the conference so far, have not been able to turn one out this season, 0-2, but this is a non-conference game and a team that, even though they play them once a year, not quite that familiarity, so you think coming on the road here that you could maybe take the Lady Colts by surprise with some of your athletes and some of your sets. We'll see if that happens here.
And Brian, you were able to talk to their coach. We'll get that in one of our first timeouts, but we're just about ready to go. This has been the Simonson Construction pregame. So we're just about ready to go here. Tuesday Night Hoops, live and free, right here on the OH.Report. And we are underway. Annika Labaki moving it around. Fakes the 3, looking inside for Conrad, can't see her.
You see Hillsdale coming out with a 2-3 zone where the top 2 girls super active. We'll see if they can keep that up. That's one way always to be able to defeat the 2-3 zone.
Lily Wertman hits for 3, and Clear Fork immediately into that press. And they force a quick timeout already by the Lady Falcons of Hillsdale. So let's take a look at Brian's interview with head coach Tad Elliott.
We're just playing more as a team this year, not worrying about who's scoring, who's rebounding. They're just all passing the ball. Just playing good team, overall good team efforts every game.
And in your matchup tonight with the Lady Colts, obviously they got a girl on the inside about 6'3". Do you have to game plan for her and maybe throw a couple additional bodies her way?
Yeah, we got a couple of big girls that, they're giving away 5 inches, but I feel they can hang with them. And we got some stuff we're going to do, but we'll see. She's tough.
All right, good luck to you tonight, Coach.
Thank you.
So Coach Elliott, as you see him there, they did a good job of defending Becca Conrad on that first possession, but the 3-pointer was big for them. Knocked out of bounds. It'll stay with Hillsdale. Sydney Elliott holds the school record for 3s in a game. She hit 6 in their win against Lucas.
Yeah, she's their sniper. She's going to have to get going in this game from the perimeter if Hillsdale wants to pull off an upset here on the road tonight.
Heldenbrand, her shot no good, rebounded quickly out. Wortman can't get the three to fall. Ball on the ground, they're trying to push it ahead, but Wortman there with the steal. 1 minute gone by.
Such high work rate, just like we saw on the soccer field, just constantly moving around. She's great without the basketball.
Isabella Molina at the top of the key, kicks it over right side for three. Labaki off the iron, rebound by Molina. They keep it on the offensive end for another chance.
2 offensive rebounds here. We'll see if the third look results in points for the Colts. That's a clean one from the corner.
And Labaki hits. So the second chance off the offensive rebound works in their favor. It's 6-0.
Nice backside pressure there, too, to take it away by Molina. So the Colts playing that defense, getting out to an early lead like we've seen them do through their first 5 games of the season. That one's just a little bit too strong, and kind of lucky that she didn't get called for the loose ball foul there was Lily Wortman.
Yeah, Wortman just a little too strong on the attempt. Bit of a collision, but it was after the ball went out of bounds, and Hillsdale will get it back. 6-0 here, 2 minutes in. Lauren Bishop to the hole, but Becca Conrad there once again to deflect that away.
She doesn't have to jump to affect the play, and I think that's something that she's learned over the last couple of seasons, is that when you're 6'3", clogging up the lane like she is, and on the other side 5'10" is the tallest body that they can throw at you, so that's kind of like their peanut M&M that came in the pack of little minis. There's not a lot of big players out there for the Lady Falcons. Becca should be able to have major impact by just going straight up, letting those long limbs do the work.
And speaking of impact, Wortman to the line, and she scores another one. She hit the three. Now to the line for 2 more attempts. As the Lady Colts out to a strong 7-0 lead here, just over 2 minutes gone by.
And Coach Sellers going to his bench immediately, as you mentioned. Not that far into the game, 3 fresh bodies onto the floor, and this is what you're going to get. Lots of great high-level activity when you have that many subs coming in. Though the Colts turn it over here.
Yeah, deflected off the offensive rebound. Beyond half court, though, it'll be a turnover. Wortman 1 of 2 from the line. It's 7-0. Hillsdale trying to get it in, barely does. Heldenbrand to the hole, got it. And Hillsdale on the board at 7-2.
Needed that one. Stop the bleeding a little bit. Get yourself on the board. Always hate seeing the goose egg up there, so we'll see if Hillsdale is able to now start easing into the game, especially with Conrad sitting there over on the Colts bench.
Trinity Cook in for her. Kicks it out, left side 3 by Labaki, short. Rebound taken out by Hillsdale, and that's going to be a foul against Hillsdale, throwing the elbow. So take a nonetheless, throwing the elbow out there, catching Trinity Cook on the side of the face. That's going to be an offensive foul, and Clear Fork, another possession.
And a little bit lucky sometimes when you get those elbows up around the head and neck area. We've seen certainly that's a point of emphasis in the NBA as Labaki misfires on that one. Falcons able to pull down the defensive board, but sometimes you can get called for a tee. Can take you out of the ball game for a little bit.
Elliott to the hole, but couldn't get it in. Kylie Belcher with good defense. Quickly ahead, the Wortman layup shot, got it. Transition, the name of the game for the Lady Colts there. They lead 9-2.
That's how they kill you. They play that awesome defense. They're able to leak out. Such great athleticism on this team. A lot of these girls played during the soccer season too for that fantastic Lady Colts team. So LCP, you know, well, when you're playing soccer, you've already got your basketball legs underneath you. This is an easy transition in terms of getting your cardio conditioning.
Yeah, and you knew with Coach Bechtel and that squad, Clear Fork, the soccer squad, they love to run it up and down. Got a shorter court here. You don't have to go 120 yards. You only have to go about 100 feet. Lady Colts with another possession after the turnover. Left side, that's Pacey Christina getting her first minutes of the game. A 3-1-1 look. And that'll be Belcher who will go to the line. Took it strong to the hole. Should take a look at the Frito-Lay replay. Just blew by her defender. Sydney Elliott made up for it by fouling. She will go to the line.
Nice strong move there. If they're going to give you the baseline, you got to take it. And especially if you can capitalize at the free throw line.
Belcher hits the first. Got them both. 11-2, Clear Fork leading here on the Adena Corporation scoreboard. Just midway through the first, at a steal. Three-pointer, Workman. No correction, it's Belcher. 5 straight points by her. It's 14-2.
And again, no surprise. It's the defense that sets up the offense. Maybe getting away with a walk there was Hellebrand, and it leads to a leak out here by the Lady Colts. Man, do they get out in transition. Great flow. Everybody in their lane. And how about the ball movement? Getting a nice look here. Cook heading to the free throw line.
Cook with the hook attempt. And she will go to the line for 2. But on the other end, Hillebrand thought she was going to drive it to the hole. Then she looked up and saw Becca Conrad standing in the middle of the paint. Stopped. Couldn't get the shot to go. Cook makes the first. 15-2. Lady Colts lead. She gets on the scoreboard now. Her first point.
And this has been their MO all season. They're averaging 16, actually more than 16 per game in the first quarter. So the Lady Colts, they jump out to early leads, and then typically they're able to sustain.
Misses the second, so Hillsdale trailing by 13. Chance to cut into it right here. Top of the key. Too strong. Rebound out to the Lady Colts. Back comes Molina. Ahead to Belcher, who loses it. Gives it right back to Hillsdale. 3:25 running first quarter clock here. 15-2 Clear Fork. And Sydney Elliott takes it strong to the hole. And she will go to the line. That's going to go against Belcher, her first.
Yeah, she's going to get rewarded. Just a nice first step. Able to blow by the defender.
Elliott, the senior guard. Got the first. 15-3.
And Elliott, the sharpshooter that you alluded to, set the school record earlier in the season.
6 threes. They hit a shot at the buzzer to defeat the Lucas Lady Cubs, 62-61. Back in the end of November. Quickly Clear Fork across midcourt. Liv Davis right side. Finally into Becca Conrad. Made that look easy off the tip. She's on the board at 17-4.
First points of the night for Becca, and you see if you can just get it over the top of the defender. If they're going to try to play in front of you for Conrad, it's going to be an easy play every single time. She's a great finisher around the rim. Almost at 50% in the lane this season.
Lauren Bishop took it strong to the hole. Pacey Crestina stuck an arm in there. She's called for the foul. Nearly stolen out of bounds. It'll stay, however, with Hillsdale. There's Brian.
Trying to do a couple of jobs here tonight, run a little bit of camera, track some stats, talk to you folks all at the same time.
Bishop tried to go in on Conrad, kicks it out for 3. Short, back come the Lady Colts quickly. Molina across half court, kicks it left side to Wortman, and they will reset.
Love the spacing that we're seeing from Clear Fork, and that is really how you can kill and attack a 2-3 zone. Another beautiful feed inside to the beast, and Becca delivers.
What passing there, set up between Davis, Molina, and then the Conrad to finish it off. It's 19-4. And Brian, as a coach, you got to be really proud about that offensive possession by Clear Fork. They did everything right.
I like even more what they're doing defensively in terms of their rebounding. 5 defensive boards. They have not allowed Hillsdale to get on the offensive glass, not once.
And that's a tough foul about 60 feet away. As you take a look at the great passing one more time on the Frito-Lay replay. When you have somebody as big and tall as Becca Conrad, you just got to throw it up in front of the rim. She'll come down with it and more likely than not get the field goal. 2 minutes left here, opening quarter, 19-4, Clear Fork leads. Elliott tried to go in, kicks it back to the top of the key. Bishop short. That'll be rebounded away to the Lady Colts. But stolen right back. Elliott to the hole, but too far underneath the hoop. Hits the bottom of the backboard.
Colts have turned it over 4 times. Hillsdale hasn't really been able to capitalize, getting out and getting easy buckets. And speaking of which, how about another easy bucket there from Becca? And just with the overwhelming size, she does make it look easy, folks. Just towering over her fellow defenders. And how about a block?
Return to sender by Becca Conrad, and she's going to get rewarded with a bit of a break there, but wow.
Yeah, that was an excellent sequence there by Becca, and I think maybe the one knock on her game is that she's not able to, if you really need her to, play the full 32 minutes, and it's not necessarily a bad team. It's a different, or a bad thing, it's a different look when you get some smaller girls in there, as that one halfway home somehow would not fall.
Labaki just missed it. It toilet bowled around and came back out. Under a minute left here, opening quarter. Stolen away by Trinity Cook. Ahead to Wertman. Couldn't control it for a second. Back out to Cook. She will try and drive. Now back to Wertman for 3. Short. Rebound out to Elliott. Quickly ahead. Into the lane. Loses the handle for a second. Kicks it back out. 30 seconds left, opening quarter. Grace Ward for a deep 3. Air ball's out of bounds, and it'll go back to the Lady Colts. 21-4 your score here. Lady Colts, see if they hold for the final shot. 25 seconds left. Belcher across the timeline. And it's looking like they will hold for the final shot.
And Hillsdale making it easy for them if they're going to sit back and play a zone look. Nice ball movement, and Wertman not rewarded, came up short. Opportunity here now for the Falcons to get one off.
Stolen away, and that's how the first quarter will end. We played one here in the Valley. Your score after 8 minutes. Clear Fork 21, Hillsdale 4. You're watching girls high school basketball live and free, exclusively on the OH.Report.
Welcome to Richland County's first artificial intelligence ATM. If you car dance to the song you're listening to now, I will give you $50. See, that's something an ATM can never do.
Oh my gosh, are you serious?
Oh, we're serious.
Gosh, that's awesome. Thank you.
Thank you. We hope your day is a little bit better today.
Yes, thank you.
Second quarter action from the Colt Corral. Clear Fork leading 21-4. Make that 24-4. Lily Wertman hits the 3. Travis Berardi alongside Brian Skoronsky, and not a bad way to start the second quarter. You get a defensive stop and then a Wertman 3.
Lily's got 10 points. Hillsdale only got 4. Make it 6 now after that one drops through the bottom from Norris. But Lily has shown that she's a dominant playmaker for this Lady Colts team. They are certainly looking for her, moving great without the basketball tonight.
Nice move by Cook. Couldn't get it to fall, but she will get her own rebound, and she'll attempt another one into the lane. She's going to get bumped for the foul, and that is going to go against Hildenbrand.
Just want to say what's up to everybody watching right now live and free on the Facebook and the YouTubes, and always want to hear from you, the fans, about where you are watching from. How are you taking in the OH report in this non-conference girls basketball action tonight? Drop us a line. Let us know. We just might read it on tonight's broadcast.
So the scorers table had a question for the referee. Why the little bit longer break that we had, but we are back to action now. Lady Colts right side. Belcher fakes the 3, gets it back out to Molina. Now they're going to try the left side. Wertman doesn't like what she sees. They'll reset. 1 minute gone by here. 20-point lead. Actually, 18-point lead for the Lady Colts. Davis for 3, too strong. But Cook is there once again, but can't control it, out of bounds to the Lady Falcons.
It was almost the 5th offensive rebound by Clear Fork already in this game, and they're just the more tenacious team getting after the basketball. When it hits the rim, you see Clear Fork, they're jumping into the lane, they're trying to establish position, and that's why they're doing a nice job of creating second chance opportunities, as the Falcons are for just the second time tonight here.
Too strong on that by Elliott. It's out of bounds. It'll go to the Lady Colts. 6:33 remaining here in the first half on the Adena Corporation scoreboard. Lady Colts won the matchup last year at Hillsdale. They won that 72-50.
Looking like it could be even more lopsided here tonight unless the Lady Falcons get their act together. But when this young lady is scorching from downtown like she is, going to be hard to come back.
And they get the steal right after. Clear Fork with another chance. They're up 21. Nice pass into Cook. Layup shot. Got it. Back-to-back buckets. Balloons this one out to 29-6.
Hillsdale desperately needing an answer as that one clings off the backboard from Hildenbrand. Tough, because that's about as good a look as they've had here tonight in their training game.
Especially with Conrad on the bench right now. Hillsdale will get another offensive possession. They get the rebound. Elliott slowing things down as she crosses the timeline. 5:30 left here, opening half. Weaves her way through traffic, puts it up. Nice bucket.
That's just a great individual effort, recognizing that the defense was pulled out. Nobody clogging up the middle of the lane. Elliott able to scoot through, and again, nobody there to meet her. Easy bucket.
And Coach Sellers goes to his bench as Conrad and company coming back up. They turn it over. Hillsdale to the lane. Another tough shot goes. So a little bit of momentum right here for Hillsdale. They still trail by 29, but Coach Scott Sellers is going to call a timeout. And while we have a moment, let's take a look at our keys to victory. First with the Lady Colts of Clear Fork. My key was picking up the heat. They had almost 17 steals per game. They've done that so far, causing many turnovers. And then for you, feed the beast. Becca Conrad, she has scored, but really they haven't needed her yet tonight.
She's been perfect so far from the floor. Becca's got 6 points, 3 for 3 from the field. That's exactly what they need, is for her to be efficient when she's able to get her touches inside, which she has been so far. So you got to feed the beast when you get your opportunities. There's just not very many specimens out there like Becca Conrad, and certainly she's got a big size advantage inside. No matter who's trying to guard her, even if it's 2 players, sometimes it almost feels like a mismatch.
And then Lily Wertman, 32% from 3. She's shown it so far. And quickly for the Hillsdale perimeter offense, they had to stop the 3. They have not been able to. And then your key, don't start slow. Well, 0 for 2 on theirs. Lauren Bishop, 3 double-doubles coming into this one. Hasn't done much offensively. And then Sydney Elliott, those, like we said, the 6 threes against Lucas, that is good enough for a school record, as you see Lily Wortman and company out of the timeout. Coming up on 5 minutes left in the half, 19-point lead for the Lady Colts. Christina to the lane, can't get it, but there's Conrad. Misses the bunny, though. Knocked out of bounds, and it will go to Hillsdale, so a missed opportunity there by Clear Fork to get this back over 20.
First miss for Becca tonight after she grabbed offensive board number 5 for Clear Fork.
Hawaiian night here at the Corral, as you even see athletic director Jessica Brokaw even sporting the Hawaiian shirt.
Well, you know, she's a lady of the people, and certainly she is getting more involved with the student sections this year. As she mentioned to me before the game that she's got a couple of ideas that she's looking to implement coming up here in the near future when they get some bigger crowds. And the one that I like the most is that they're going to issue a Waldo costume from Where's Waldo to one of the students and just have them randomly in each quarter move around, and then we're going to have to find them. It's going to be a OH.Report game. Looking forward to it.
Conrad misses another short opportunity. Back comes Hillsdale. That's fun. I like that. Get the students involved. Elliott, another layup past Becca Conrad that time. It's 29-12.
And she's got 8 of the 12 Hillsdale points right now. They're trying to put together a mini run. This is what you need if you're the Falcons. You got to get some stops, but more importantly, when you're down here at this end, you got to come through with some points.
Bishop attempted to go to the hole, kicks it back out. Outside to Elliott, back in to Erica Van Stee. Got it. Hillsdale on a run now. It's a 15-point game.
Can they continue to keep getting stops here defensively? They're kind of half-heartedly trapping on occasion, so this is going to help. The mishandling of the basketball by the Lady Colts will give it over on the turnover, and Hillsdale, you know, they got a chance to try to keep nipping away at this big hole that they dug themselves in and make things interesting heading into the locker room, not feeling like they're totally out of it.
Becca Conrad will check back out as Lady Colt's going to go with their all-guard lineup here. And Trinity Cook with the steal. Gets into the lane, puts it up, got it. Nice answer by Clear Fork to stop the run. It's 31-14.
5 points now for Trin. As Pacey reads that one, not a great pass. And Christina goes end to end. So gifted with that left hand.
So the substitutions by Coach Seller worked perfectly. A 4-0 run, a couple steals. It's 33-14. Nearly gets another steal there. Van Stee gets it in to Bishop. Hounded by Wortman. Now Trinity Cook all over her defender. She loses it. Wortman ahead of everybody. Puts the layup off the rim. No good. But it's rebounded by Christina. Puts it up. Got it. Cook with another bucket. It's 35-14. Back to a 21-point lead.
Back-to-back buckets now for Pacey coming off of the bench. Really delivers a lot of life, I think, to the lineup when she comes in. And I think there's some similarities that you can see from the girls basketball team here to the soccer pitch with the depth that they have, and they're able to bring in different styles of athletes. It's not a big drop-off. It's just a unique, different version of the Lady Colts. And sometimes when your bench players come in, they can be just as effective and productive because they have their own team chemistry with one another.
Inbounds pass stolen away by Cook. Back into the lane, swatted, but she will go to the line to shoot 2. Take a look at the replay. She's just able to steal it away and draws the foul.
And Hellebrand looked like she tried to go up, straight up there, didn't want to commit the foul, because if you are going to, you may as well just get your money's worth, come down and make sure that they're not going to make the shot.
First free throw up, good. Liv Davis will check back in for the Lady Colts. Sydney Elliott back in for the Lady Falcons.
Trin now 1 of 2 at the line tonight.
Knocked out of bounds. It'll go back to the Lady Falcons. 36-14. The Falcons did have a bit of a run. They cut it down to 15 points. But then Clear Fork, with a run on their own, couple steals, couple buckets, they put it back out to a comfortable lead. Elliott into the lane. Too strong. Wortman out with the rebound, quickly ahead. It's a 3-on-1. And Wortman's just going to keep it herself and score. Nobody cut her off. Easy lane to the hole. It's 38-14.
And once again, Lily outscoring the opposition all on her lonesome. She's got 15 to the Falcons 14. And
just what a job there by Liv Davis. She was beaten, kept with it, pretty much outran the offensive player and gets the strip out of bounds.
Pacey's going to check right back in after a quick breather.
Giving Wortman a much-deserved breather the way she's played here in this first half.
Nice defense off the inbound here by Clear Fork. Made it really hard for the Falcons to get it in. And if you're Elliott at this point, you know, you've got 8 of your team's points. I know that you're getting harassed a little bit out there defensively by some of these guards, but she might just want to try to take matters into her own hands more often than not, as she seems to be able to get around the first defender pretty routinely so far.
Yep. But showing right there, Liv Davis, great job hounding her in the backcourt. Turns into a turnover, but Cook can't finish. Quickly ahead. That's Ward. Tried to throw it inside. Gets it back somehow. Another collision. And finally it's turned over, taken away by Labaki. She goes in the lane and scores. And this defense is just all over Hillsdale right now.
The turnovers piling up, and the Lady Falcons, I mean, they are telegraphing every pass. They're almost eyeballing the girl they're going to throw it to for a full second before they're unleashing it around the perimeter. So it's making it simple for Clear Fork to read where the ball is about to go. And to their credit, they got the athletes to dash into the passing lane, and they've been super disruptive with a baker's dozen right now in the takeaway, and now make it 14.
Crestina read that like a cornerback, easily stole it away. And on the other end, Belcher will go to the line for two. No, they're going to call a travel on her. And Hillsdale will get it right back. 53.5 seconds left here in the second quarter. I want to make sure you stay tuned for the Simonson Construction halftime show. We have a little special treat for you tonight. The mini Lady Colts will be performing at halftime in about 40 seconds. Nice pass ahead, layup shot is true. Labaki, it's 42-14.
Gives her 5 points here on the night and pushing that lead out to 28 now for Clear Fork.
Inside the Bishop, nice pass ahead. Elliott gets it to fall.
The only bright spot here in this opening half for Hillsdale, the play of Elliott has been pretty superb. She's in double-digit scoring now.
Belcher into the lane. Too strong, but there's Cook for the bucket.
Offensive board number 7 for the Lady Colts. And they'll go into the break up big.
And that will do it for the first half. Your score after 16 minutes. Clear Fork 44, Hillsdale 16. We're going to take a break and be back with the Simonson Construction halftime right here, live and free on the OH Report.
Merry Christmas.
Raindrops on roses and whiskers whiskers on kittens, bright yellow lace bags and noses frostbitten, snack table spread that is fit for a king. These are a few of my favorite things. Bags of Tostitos with salsa and queso, Lay's and Doritos if I have my say-so, wild geese that fly with the moon on their wings. These are a few of my favorite things. When the lights glow, but the fuse blows, when I'm feeling sad, I simply remember my favorite things, and then I don't feel so bad. Raindrops on roses and whiskers on kittens, warm fuzzy feelings and cards all handwritten, this smart food popcorn all tied up with strings. These are a few of my favorite things. Music with sleigh bells and gifts incognito, play Secret Santa with family and Cheetos, wild geese that fly with the moon on their wings. These are a few of my favorite things. When the guests leave and the fam's gone, when I'm feeling sad, I simply remember my favorite things, and then I don't feel so bad.
Welcome to Richland County's first artificial intelligence ATM. If you car dance to the song you're listening to now, I will give you $50. See, that's something an ATM can never do.
Oh my gosh, are you serious?
Oh, we're serious.
Gosh, that's awesome. Thank you.
Thank you. We hope your day is a little bit better today.
Yes, thank you.
It is halftime here at the Colt Corral with your score 44-16 in favor of the Lady Colts. So we welcome you inside the Simonson Construction halftime show, and the mini Lady Colts showing things off right now. Travis Berardi back with Brian Skoronsky, and Brian getting a nice show right now with the little mini Lady Colts.
These girls are the truth, man, and I love what they're doing here is that it's different actions with the basketball. When the song changes, they have to go put it down, and they have to wait till the next song gets revved up. Seeing the nice defensive stops here, the slides. I mean, this is why Coach Seller's probably really enthused about the future of this program. He's got some talent getting infused at the younger levels here, no question.
And they're seeing, doing what the main squad is doing on the court, because a dominating first half by the Lady Colts. The Falcons tried to come back there middle of the second quarter. They had, I believe it was a 6-0 run, but then the Lady Colts came right back to the defensive game plan. It's given them the big lead, and they're here with a 28-point lead.
Yeah, you see them, they're all cheering on the young Lady Colts here. They remember at the time when they were amongst the ranks of the minis. So trying to give them some love as here comes Clear Fork out of the locker room.
And I think they're going to go with the team? I don't know. That was fun. That was a cool little show. Coach Scott Sellers telling us before the game, let us know. He said, "Hey, they put on quite a show," and he said sometimes people just come for the show and then leave at halftime, but not tonight. I think everybody's going to stick around and see this fun Clear Fork Lady Colt defensive effort as they begin to warm up here for the second half. So we will show you the halftime statistics. Brought to you by Simonson Construction. And it's just been all Lady Colts, Brian.
Hillsdale hasn't generated much offense. When they have, it's come from the same girl with the number 3 on her jersey, Elliott. She's been pretty good, but just not getting the supporting cast help that she needs. Clear Fork, they're overall communicating really well as a team. Defensively, they're getting after it. They're scrappy. They're forcing turnovers. And I just love how everybody gets in their lane when they're running out. And even though Hillsdale's kind of tipping their cards in their hand when they're making their passes, you got to give credit to Clear Fork and their defensive players for reading, understanding, and jumping the lanes when they need to. That's how they've been able to get out to this huge lead, just capitalizing. I don't have a number for you in terms of points off of turnovers, but I'm guessing it's at least 20.
Has to be easily, because that not only the turnovers that Clear Fork has forced, but the transition has been a big factor in this game. They have scored, I have to think, at least 15, 20 points off of the turnovers with the quick transition, and really has thrown Hillsdale out of sorts. These halftime stats brought to you by Simonson Construction Services. But what else have you liked? If anything, for Hillsdale, the play of Sydney Elliott, really the lone bright spot for the Lady Falcons.
Van Stee and Hildebrand each have a bucket to go along with Elliott's 10. So they're going to have to find another girl that wants to step up and take control offensively, that can make some baskets when they get opportunities. We've seen a few girls pull the trigger on some shots, but if you're not connecting, it's not helping your team too much. You got to let Elliott cook, dish out with the salt, see if she can't make offense easier for some of those girls, and sometimes that's what you need, is just for your star to make the game come more naturally to the other girls on the floor, like you're seeing with Clear Fork. I mean, they're playing so unselfishly. They're spreading the love. A lot of girls getting involved. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 girls have scored here tonight. And Wortman has been fantastic with a game-high 15 points so far.
That has been the Simonson Construction halftime show. So we are just about ready to go here, live and free on the OH.Report, to your Facebook and YouTube. Let us know where you're watching from. Give us a shout out. Any comments on the Facebook section, Brian?
We don't have a ton coming through, so please interact with us. Let us know what's going on with you. I do see that Tony says, I love the mini Colts, and me too. I was super impressed with them. I used to take my daughter to ball handling classes back when she was right around the mini Colts age, and it is fun to watch how quickly they develop, and wow, how quickly this developed. Out the gates, Labaki wasting no time. 3-ball from the corner. Solid.
Not a bad way to start the second half there for the Lady Colts, and they get a stop on the other end. Wortman, who else, gets the rebound. They'll have another chance to add on. Davis, top of the key, back to Wortman, fakes the 3 into the corner. Skip pass. Right back to Labaki for 3. No good. That's, I believe, going to go off of Molina and out of bounds as we take a look at the replay of that first three. The hand in her face, too, and was able to knock it down.
It's got just a pure stroke. Unleashes it at the very top of her jump.
There's Elliott. Almost got it stripped away from her. She gets it to Van Stee. And Van Stee gets it taken away. But the Lady Colts give it right back, and then a frustration foul by Davis. 6:52 left here, just underway in the second half. 47-16 in favor of the Lady Colts. Travis Berardi alongside the great, the illustrious, as G-Man and Storm would say, Brian Skoronski.
You can't steal their line, man. It's not necessary.
What a move there, and bucket by Grace Ward. Gets the Lady Falcons on the board here in the second half.
Gonna need a whole lot more of that to try to make this thing interesting. As that one from the corner, another good-looking stroke. And how about Molina coming in amongst the trees and pulling down the offensive board?
Came out of nowhere, too, inside Conrad. That's perfectly executed. Makes it look just so easy in there. It's 49-18. And a steal away by Labacki. Into the lane, puts it up, got it.
This is what makes Clear Fork dangerous. They get three girls running out. You don't know if she's going to try to pass it to somebody else. And what a save inbounds from Lily Wortman, who's going to get rewarded here, it looked like. So much arc on that jumper put up by Davis.
Another offensive rebound. Kicks it over. Wortman in the corner. Off the back iron. Rebounded by Norris. And back comes Hillsdale. And we'll have a foul.
3 offensive rebounds here for Clear Fork already in the second half. They've got 10 now for the contest. And it looks to me, I mean, not many of those. I think only 2 belong to Becca Conrad. So it's some of the other girls just having a little bit more want-to, getting after it, going after the loose balls, and making it happen right now. Hillsdale just seems a little bit lethargic at both ends. Certainly on defense, would love to see them try to pick it up a little bit more. Maybe throw some traps at some of these Lady Colts, take it out of the primary ball handler's hands. And here on offense, it's been just challenging all night for Hillsdale, and it's going to continue as they turn it over for the 18th time in the game.
It's pretty much Hillsdale wants to do what Clear Fork is doing right now. Just constant pressure in your face, and they have Hillsdale out of sorts.
To play defense, you have to have a little bit of enthusiasm, and they're playing defense down at our end as we're sitting on the stage here tonight, Travis, and I just don't hear a whole lot of talking. I don't hear girls saying when there's cutters too often. And they're leaving open a lot of Clear Fork shooters on the perimeter.
Wortman into the lane. Can't get it to fall. Offensive rebound. And I think they're going to get Wortman with a foul there. But it does seem like Hillsdale is overcompensating a bit on defense, running at the offensive player, overrunning them, and allowing that open look from one of their teammates. 5 minutes left here, third quarter. Clear Fork well in control, and Trinity Cook with the steal. She's going to take it herself, but can't get the roll. But guess what? They'll have another chance. Mel Bluebaugh with the steal. Back to Cook, can't get it to go. Bluebaugh then with the rebound, and she will go to the line for 2. Effort, 100% by the Lady Colts there.
Gotta love the energy that they're bringing at both ends of the floor right now, turning over Hillsdale because they're the more aggressive team. And offensively, how about getting after it inside of the paint?
In and out for Bluebaugh. Got the second. As the scoreboard is out, I was wondering why our scoreboard is out. It's because the main scoreboard is not working at the moment. There it is. 52-18. in favor of the Lady Colts, and they get yet another steal. Ahead the blue ball, can't save it though, and it will go back to the Lady Falcons.
First turnover here of the second half for Clear Fork. Just 7 overall on the night. They played pretty clean offensively, and for as fast as Clear Fork's getting up and down the floor, that's a pretty good number for this pace of play.
Now, something I have noticed, it is the second half. It's a 30-plus point lead, but they're not running the clock. So one of the newer rules in the OHSAA, I don't know if it goes by school or by conference maybe, but nonetheless, Trinity Cook getting a well-deserved break. This is good for Coach Sellers also early in the season. They get some of those JV players as players that don't get a lot of time. They're going to get some quality some QPT tonight. That take by Elliott underneath the hoop. Got her own rebound and then count the bucket.
Really, really needed that one right there, did the Falcons. They have been in a drought since scoring early in this third quarter.
Just muscled her way to get the offensive rebound.
And the student section trying to do their part. Love the kid getting down on the floor and just swimming through the hardwood planks.
That's like the third time he's done that too. The designated swim guy, I guess. Lillian Weichel now in for the Lady Colts. Blue ball, open three. Just a bit too strong. And that'll be a jump ball. Ball will go to Hillsdale as Annika Labaki will check in for Workman. No, they're going to call a foul. So the 5th team foul by the Lady Colts. Coming up on 3 minutes remaining here in the third quarter.
And boy, these entry passes, they just almost all make me hold my breath for Hillsdale right now.
That three-point attempt by Elliott, no good. Back comes the Lady Colts, continuing to run the floor here. But Vesper able to get the steal. Not a good position for her right now, trapping zone. She gets it away, though, to Elliott.
Should mean somebody's open. Can they find her?
Answer is no. Clear Fork able to recover. Blue ball coming back at you. Falls down, though. Ball knocked out of bounds, but it will stay with the Lady Colts with 2:44 remaining. So you take a look at head coach Scott Sellers.
Building a nice program here. He seems to be a fan favorite amongst the community. Good looking take right there by Lillian.
Weichel with the bucket. It was a nice move she had as well. We'll show you the replay of it here momentarily. But another turnover. Nice pass ahead. And Weichel with back-to-back buckets. That was a selfless pass there to get the open look by Weichel.
Selfless basketball almost always results in positive activity for your team, even if it doesn't result in points.
Offensive rebound by Bishop, but she can't get it to fall. Quickly ahead the other way. Krastina with the fast break bucket. It's 58-21.
Just everybody having a good time right now offensively for Clear Fork. I'm going to send a girl to the line at the other end.
Fix will be fouled. And now let's take a look at that nice move earlier by Weichel. Ball fake, got the defender up, takes it to the hole, gets the easy bucket.
And here's the view. This is what the shooter is looking at, how this arena is built with the student section right behind the basket.
In and out. Even have their little palm tree.
And even though it's, what, like 20 degrees outside, it feels warm in here with these kids dressed up as though they're hanging out at the beach. So these theme student sections, one of the best parts about high school basketball, no question about it.
Second free throw too strong, so the student section does their job. So we go under 40 seconds left, and the clock now is a running clock. 58-21. Christina slowing things down. See if Coach Sellers lets his team know they want the last shot, and I believe that's what they're going to do. Davis in the corner.
Wow, I mean, you got to take them if you're going to get this, though.
Wow. Weichel, I don't think there's going to be any more open of a shot the rest of the season for her than that one. 3 Hillsdale defenders went down on Davis. Weichel misses it, but gets it right back, and she quickly scores right before the end of the quarter, but 8 points, I believe, for her in the third quarter.
Facts.
We've played 3. Your score after 3, 62-21 in favor of the Lady Colts. You're watching girls high school basketball live and free, exclusively on the OH Report.
Welcome to Richland County's first artificial intelligence ATM. And if you car dance to the song you're listening to now, I will give you $50. See, that's something an ATM can never do.
Oh my gosh, are you serious?
Oh, we're serious.
Gosh, that's awesome. Thank you.
Thank you. We hope your day is a little bit better today.
Yes, thank you.
Fourth quarter underway here from Clear Fork High School. Lady Colts leading 62-21. Travis Guardi alongside Ryan Scarronzi. Weichel tried to get into double digits in less than a quarter's work, but not strong enough. Back will come Hillsdale with their first possession of the quarter. Elliott all the way to the hole, gets it to fall.
Turned it over 8 times in that third quarter, so it's a good sign for Hillsdale to come out. This is what they did, though, in the third. They got a bucket early on, and then it kind of all came unglued for them. A little sloppy in that third quarter.
Nice pass inside the Weichel, got it. So 10 points from her in just about a quarter's time, 64-23. Ward for 3, and I believe that is the first 3 of the night for Hillsdale, is it not, Brian?
You are correct, sir.
Double dribble. Hillsdale will get it back. Running clock, rest of the way. 64-26 Clear Fork, so Lady Colts taking care of business tonight, doing what they needed to do.
This hasn't been as competitive of a game as I was anticipating. I know that Hillsdale comes from that really tough WCAL where they get tested a lot, but we saw in the non-conference games that they've been able to, stand tall, answer the bill. A couple of wins outside of the league, but they have just been no match for the Lady Colts tonight, getting it done from everywhere.
Another 3-ball, Christina, 9 points. It's 67-26. Another steal, blue ball too strong. Rebound no good as well, and that'll go out of bounds again to Hillsdale. Hillsdale with a couple substitutions there. Clear Fork, one of those favorites to contend for an MOAC title this year. They did drop a tough one to River Valley though, that's kind of thrown them off. But tonight, seems like they've responded well.
Yeah, they look like a contender the way that they're playing here, pulling down offensive rebounds. That's number 15 for them on the night. They're getting wide open looks, have been able to knock down quite a few threes in the contest, though those 2 clean looks wouldn't fall for them. And it looks like Hillsdale wants to take a timeout. It'll be a full.
They'll take a full timeout and gives us a chance to show you the other game right now, live and free on the OH Report. Fredericktown and Northmore, some K-Maction. 1-point game there, and while we watch that, it'll give me a chance to thank some sponsors. Tonight's high school basketball broadcast brought to you live and free on the OH Report thanks to our generous sponsors. Simonson Construction, build the future with Simonson where vision becomes reality. Frito-Lay, good fun. Mechanics Bank, there's always a better way to bank. Let's find yours at mymechanics.com. And Adena Corporation, a distinctly unique contractor giving clients the freedom to collaborate, plan, and recognize dreams. Fredericktown with the 38-35 lead. Greg Collins, Brian Harder will be on the call of that one from the Castle. But back here, 5:01 remaining. Clear Fork has this one well in hand.
Well, they started hot. That's been their MO all season long, is take the lead in the first quarter, try to build it a little bit in the second. And for this team, the first and the third have been their 2 best in terms of outscoring their foes on the season. It's been the exact same scenario here tonight. And in the fourth quarter, look at Pacey with the up and under the defender. That was a tough way to bank that baby home.
She got the steal on one end, went 100 feet, and somehow gets the bucket. It's 69-26, but quickly on the other end, who else but Sydney Elliott for 2.
Without her scoring tonight, Hillsdale would feel like this has just been a really, really long 32 minutes. She's got 17 points and has given them some credibility at the offensive end. She's been one of the spark plugs for sure, maybe the only one that they've had tonight that is looking for her own shot, trying to create.
Almost down, but back out comes that Davis shot. She'll fight to get it back, though, into the hands of Christina. Drives it in, nice pass, layup shot, goes through. Weichel again.
Dozen points for her in a dozen minutes. And all of them have been pretty routine, easy buckets. Her teammates just finding her, and she's been able to leak in short range.
And most of those points coming against the #1 squad of Hillsdale. Now they are going to substitute out their starters, so she's put up a good job against the varsity squad. Ball knocked out of bounds. It will stay with Hillsdale as we come up on 3 minutes left here in the contest. Want to let you know to stay tuned for our Simonson Construction postgame. For the Adena Corporation Player of the Game, we have a couple nominees tonight, Brian. Wertman, possibly.
Yeah, I'd like to nominate the guy that gets on the floor and does the swimming on the planks here from the student section. He's been lights out himself.
I will say that student section is fun. Opening night for the boys squad, I was lucky enough to be in both student sections for Lexington and Clear Fork, and those guys they're a fun bunch to be with up there. Cross court, inbounds pass, out of bounds. We'll go back to the Lady Colts as we approach 2 minutes left here.
Do love always hearing from the fans about who you feel like has earned the MVP performance of the night, which means they get to jump on an interview with yours truly after the game to talk about their performance. So drop us a comment. Let us know, who do you think should be the Adena Corp Player of the Game?
Inside layup shot off the side of the bucket by Molina. Back comes Hillsdale. Trying to break 30 here. with time running out in the fourth. Into the lane, and she's going to be fouled. Stevens.
This is a Hillsdale team that's been averaging 43 points a game here early on in the season, giving up only 53 as well, Travis. So Clear Fork has really flexed on them here tonight and been the better team on both ends of the floor.
And a couple years ago, you wouldn't be able to say that, but head coach Scott Sellers has done a phenomenal job in changing the dynamic of basketball here on the girls' side at Clear Fork.
And you asked me before the game, has Clear Fork had a really good team? And I've been doing this job for about 13 years, and I don't remember them having a team outside of a couple of years ago when they got off to that really nice start. I think they were like 7-1, 8-1, might have even been last year, and then it turned out to be more of a common season. I don't recall a squad, and I'll have to go back and really dive into the history books here, that's been dominant like this Clear Fork team has been so far.
Yeah, and Weichel got the most of her playing time. She's fouled out. So she defensively played aggressive, offensively got into double digits, as the Lady Colts are going to dribble this one out and win it 73-29, as Christina puts an exclamation point on that one. That'll do it. Clear Fork wins it 73-29. We're going to take one more break. Be back with our Adena Corporation Player of the Game. Brian will be on the floor with whoever that may be. I would probably say myself, Lily Wertman, just the job that she had. But we'll take a break and be back with that right here, live and free on the OH.Report.
Merry Christmas.
Raindrops on roses and whiskers on kittens, bright yellow lace bags and noses frostbitten, snack table spread that is fit for a king. These are a few of my favorite things. Bags of Tostitos with salsa and queso, Lay's and Doritos if I have my say-so, wild geese that fly with the moon on their wings. These are a few of my favorite things. When the lights glow, but the fuse blows, when I'm feeling sad, I simply remember my favorite things, and then I don't feel so bad. Raindrops on roses and whiskers on kittens, warm fuzzy feelings and cards all handwritten, this smart food popcorn all tied up with strings. These are a few of my favorite things. Music with sleigh bells and gifts incognito, play Secret Santa with family and Cheetos, wild geese that fly with the moon on their wings. These are a few of my favorite things. When the guests leave and the fam's gone, when I'm feeling sad, I simply remember my favorite things, and then I don't feel so bad.
Welcome to Richland County's first artificial intelligence ATM. If you car dance to the song you're listening to now, I will give you $50. See, that's something an ATM can never do.
Oh my gosh, are you serious?
Oh, we're serious.
Gosh, that's awesome. Thank you.
Thank you. We hope your day is a little bit better today.
Yes, thank you.
Back here at the Colt Corral, your final score, Clear Fork 73, Hillsdale 29. Travis Berardi back here at the Colt Corral. And we have a little special treat for you. Let's head on over to the Castle. Greg Collins, Brian Harder on the call. 2-point game from the Castle.
See if he doesn't give it up and go off of a down screen here.
He's being guarded by Ben Mast, and he attacks on the left side.
It was one-on-one. It wasn't a down screen, but a chance to open up the left in a one-on-one situation.
Ball out of bounds. It's going to be off of Tegan Rule, and now Northmore with an opportunity to take the lead with 2:05 to go in the ball game.
And I don't think they've had the lead since
the first quarter.
I was going to say sometime early in the first quarter.
Carpenter playing with 3 fouls.
Here's the double for a shooter.
Folk for 3. But Lauer with another offensive rebound.
And he continues with a good, strong move inside to convert.
Lauer now with 6, none bigger than those 2 right there, and Northmore with the lead, 1.5 minutes to go. Ball poked out of bounds. It's going to be off of Mariotti, so it stays with Fredericktown.
With 1:25 to go, Northmore's only got 14 fouls, so they can play aggressive right here. You don't want a cheap foul.
Timeout taken by Fredericktown, so now we were at the other end and you were in the Northmore huddle. Now you're in the Fredericktown huddle and you're down by 2 with 1:25 to go. Now what do you want to do?
Well, I think everybody in the gym is thinking the same thing and
Number
get
one.
the ball to Carpenter. Exactly. Yeah, whether it's going to be a post up where he's.
All right, back here at the Colt Corral as we are about ready for our Mechanics Bank MVP. So we send it to Brian Skoronsky.
Lily Wortman showing out game high 15 points tonight, sizzling from downtown too. You knocked down 3 triples in this game. Tell me about your offensive performance tonight and how it felt. It seemed like you were able to get your own shot pretty much anytime you wanted.
It was pretty good, I guess. My teammates we are really unselfish with the ball, and we don't care who scores, and they just happen to beat me this game.
Yeah, we noticed that about you. You guys super unselfish with the basketball, like you said. A lot of different girls can dribble drive, get in the lane, kick out. A lot of different girls like to take the 3. Does it feel like you got something kind of special going here early on off to a 5-1 start?
I think so for sure. I mean, honestly, our team just works really well together because obviously we put in the time over the summer, and we just really have like a bond, like other than just a team. Like we all just love hanging out with each other, and we want to play for each other.
And we talked in the broadcast about the fact that so far on this season you've been getting off to fast starts, getting the lead, and then being able to hang on. Obviously that was the case here tonight. Why do you think this is such a fast starting unit that you can get some points early in the contest?
Honestly, we just start with hard work because then we can just play our defense because that's mainly our game, and then we just try and get the transition points and work from there.
Yeah, you were able to do that. You turned them over 28 times. It just felt like you knew where the passes were going better than the Hillsdale girls. Do you feel like that happens at practice? Is that something that you feel like this team's really good at?
I mean, I honestly don't know. I guess we just were able to read today. I mean, that's mainly what we worked on at practice yesterday, so I guess it just paid off.
All right, well, congratulations. Big win today over Hillsdale. 5 wins in your first 6 outings, and some people are still watching live and free out there. Anybody that you want to shout out?
I guess shout out to my parents for coming to my game. Woo! Go Colts!
All right, go Parents and go Lily. Thank you so much for joining us. Throw it up to Travis with your stats.
All right, thank you, Brian, and let's take a look at those final statistics. 28 field goals for the Lady Colts, only 11 for Hillsdale. Hillsdale did hit 1 3, however, Lady Colts 7 threes, an 11 rebound advantage as well. and turnovers. Lady Colts forced 26 turnovers, Ski.
And they scored a ton of points off of them too. I think that's what you have to note the most. The fact that they were able to cash in so many of those turnovers at the other end really was the difference in this game, getting them up over 70 points. And I love what Lily said, that the girls on this team really don't care who's scoring, just as long as they are getting buckets. And that is the mark of a true team. Yeah, you got to have your stars and you got to have your athletes that can come out, that can get their own shot, and that you can rely on to get 15-plus points per contest. But when those players are the girls that don't really care that much who's coming out and getting the leading score headlines in the stat sheet, that's how you can get off to 5-1 starts, and that's why Clear Fork's been able to do that here tonight.
Going over some individual scoring for tonight, Lily Wortman, 15 points. She led the Lady Colts. Pacey Crestina, 13 points. Lillian Weichel, 12 points in about a quarter and a half. And she also fouled out. So she got her playing time in. She did everything she wanted to do. 12 points for her. 8 points for Becca Conrad. They didn't need her as much as in a couple other games they'll probably go through this season. But she got her playing time in there. But it was good for her also to get somewhat of a break during this game.
She was definitely able to do that. Clear Fork unloaded the bench. We're able to get a lot of different girls involved in the contest. And she started 4 for 4 from the field, and then they didn't need her to do much after that.
Annika Labaki, 8 points. Trinity Cook also with 8 points. Kylie Belcher with 5 points. But 5 different Lady Colts hit threes, and that's a squad. You know, you have Becca Conrad inside, but they also have the opportunity outside to shoot from beyond the perimeter, and it's not just one or two, it's multiple players.
I really think this team can come out and be one of the top in the MOAC. The Shelby Whippets are the one that everyone's gunning for. They're still undefeated. They've got that awesome trio of players with the Baker twins and Sophia Neese, but I think that this could be the number 2 team in the MOAC and maybe the top challenger, if you will, to the Whippets. So I love what we saw from them tonight.
And then Elliott on the other side for Hillsdale, 17 of their 29 points. But that will wrap things up here from the Colt Corral. I want to thank everybody for watching. Brian, appreciate you coming on the commentary once again.
Glad to be here.
Give a shout out to Garrett Parlett and Brian. Both operated the camera tonight. I want to thank the folks back at BS Media Productions, as well as our sponsors, Adena Corporation, Mechanics Bank, Frito-Lay, Simonson Construction. We want to thank the folks at Clear Fork High School, Athletic Director Jessica Brokaw for allowing us to be here, sporting her Hawaiian shirt tonight for Hawaiian Night.
Aloha.
And most importantly, we want to thank you, the fans, for watching. Your final score one more time, Clear Fork all over Hillsdale, 73-29. But for now,
we out of here.